This is K2 News at 5 on your side.
We find that it's extremely important to be out here to show the federal government, especially Trump, we are not afraid. We are not afraid of this presence, and we're here to stand up against ICE and stand up against the threats.
Portlanders continue to push back against the White House and federal agencies tonight, while federal judges consider what to do with President Trump's National Guard deployment. Multiple protests are taking place across the city. Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us for K2 News at 5, everyone. I'm Barry Mangold. It has been another weekend full of protests here in Portland, and we've seen several confrontations between protesters and officers outside the ICE facility in Portland, including just last night. For a live update, let's get to K2's Jennifer Singh, who joins us live outside the ICE facility right now. Jen, it looks like a crowd is definitely formed outside of there with multiple protests. What are you seeing?
Yeah, basically right now is when we just saw things escalate. We just saw 2 to 3 people being taken in by ICE agents who got out of the way. Where you can see that crowd is massive in numbers this afternoon, and you can see people are lining up. We just saw ICE agents walk out of the building just a few moments ago, pushing people back physically into the crowd and off the street. As I said again, we saw 2 to 3 people taken in by ICE agents. It was unclear how many due to how many people were surrounded at one time. Now, this is where, like I said, we saw things escalate for the first time today. We saw the naked bike ride actually come through here just before the newscast at around 4:15. That had hundreds of people participating, many of those people sticking around this evening, early afternoon. So if the scene is blurry right now, it's because we do want to keep things friendly at home. Now, like you mentioned, there have been a number of protests, including this one going on. That includes a rally of well over 100 people. That's where protesters marched from Elizabeth Crothers Park to the ICE facility. Most of those protesters still here this evening. And since protesters arrived at 3 p.m., things have remained, well, up to this point, have remained peaceful. Protesters have been blocking off the roadway on and off, to which Portland police have periodically come through to move people back. Participants say they are frustrated with recent claims that Portland is war-ravaged, say they will continue to protest rain or shine.
Look what's going on here at ICE. There are peaceful protests who are going on. I mean, you see videos of people out in costumes out here. It's most of the time a party with music, and people are out here trying to stand against ICE. So it's extremely important that we stand with the community and also put pressure on our city government, especially our mayor, to revoke the ICE permit.
And the same protest last Saturday ended not so peacefully when protesters were met with confrontation when they reached the ICE facility. Protesters were sprayed with what appeared to be a mixture of tear gas and pepper balls. And we're told today's protest was also another chance to show they will continue to show up. Now, we want to get back out here where we are seeing ICE agents and Department of Homeland Security officers out across the street. We have not seen this yet, where that crowd is over across from the facility. We believe at least one person is being taken into arrest. Taken into custody, I mean. See one person being taken in. It looks like it was just that one person that they were taking in, as these officers are now being pushed back. I want to let you guys watch this unfold as the ICE agents walk back into the gates. And up on the top of the roof, you could see the officers ready with pepper ball guns. And those pepper balls being deployed right now. All right, and we will stay out here and continue to follow this evening. Again, this has been the first time we've seen tensions escalate afternoon so far. We'll be live out here and continue to give you the latest updates when we can. But for now, live in South Portland, Jennifer Singh, K2 News.
We're going to get another live report from you coming up tonight at 6. That's certainly the first time we've seen pepper balls being deployed in the daylight hours that we've seen in quite some time. We'll have another update again from Jennifer coming up on K2 News at 6. Also tonight, we are continuing to follow the Trump administration's appeal of the temporary restraining order that is currently blocking National Guard troops from being deployed to Portland. No ruling has come down this weekend. Here's a recap of the legal timeline so far and some of the main arguments that we've seen. President Trump ordered the National Guard to deploy to Portland late last month. The city and state immediately sued and asked a judge to block the administration from doing so. Just last week, Judge Karen Immergut sided with the state and approved a temporary restraining order blocking the troops, which is set to expire October 18th. The judge said that the facts on the ground did not support the deployment. Then the federal government appealed to the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, asking to let the White House deploy the National Guard as the lawsuit continues through the full legal process. The appeals court, that is, said that it would rule as quickly as possible. For now, the troops will remain under federal control. However, they cannot be deployed. Continue following that case, and we'll bring you the latest information as soon as it comes into our newsroom. Also happening this week, a group of 4 city councilors will propose a new plan to push back on what they call federal overreach. Their plan is called the Protect Portland Initiative, and if it's passed, it would have several aspects and different parts, including a directive to have Portland police officers attempt to identify any federal troops they encounter and document what they're doing.
If they identify themselves, fantastic. Let's verify that that is who they are by checking in with their bureau. And if they won't identify themselves, we need to log that. And then we need to investigate who might have been doing work in our community at that time. Again, because Portlanders have the right to know what federal agents are doing in our community, in our home.
And that's Council President Alana Pertle-Guiney. She's one of the 4 members behind the Protect Portland initiative. The entire City Council will discuss it Wednesday night.